Okay, so if you're watching this right now, you've already seen my Avoiding Being a Digital Disaster presentation. If you haven't, it's up above. Take a look at it because it talks about data as part of the upcoming industry of revolution that's coming, and it has to do with data. So in order to be able to take advantage of your data properly, which is up at level 3 essentially, we've got to be able to have all the components in place, or the foundation in your IT, to be able to take advantage of what essentially is business intelligence. So let's start with talking about how this pyramid of hierarchy, I call it the hierarchy of innovation, is intended to provide the platform so that any business is ready to take advantage of this data revolution that's coming, the new oil boom, essentially. So let's start with infrastructure. So infrastructure is basically the foundation that you have in any IT business. So it's the plumbing, let's call it. It's the infrastructure. If you're building a building, you first lay the foundation. You first put in your all your concrete and your steel, and you define how far into the ground you're going to go, and you build that foundation within the context of what are you going to be putting above it. That's infrastructure. You got heating and air conditioning and plumbing. It's all got to be defined. So in IT, that's going to be stable and scalable, high-performing network, which is part of that would be servers and your internet and workstations and printers and the wiring that connects all that together. Without a stable infrastructure or stable platform, it's really hard to run just about anything. If you've been out there and you're running a business, you know if your network is breaking and having problems, you're going to have an issue putting and doing anything on top of it. So next is, with a stable infrastructure, with stable systems running, now you can put on top of that your LOB, means line of business, software, centralized systems. That is where you put things like your ERP or your customer relationship system, your accounting systems, anything that runs the operations of the business is a line of business program that goes inside this section. You can't. Line of business programs do not operate well on infrastructure which is not constructed right. So if you don't have good infrastructure, your line of business systems don't work the way that they need to be, and you can't centralize your data. Critical to mining your oil, or I should say extracting your oil and doing something with it, you have to be able to have solid systems there. Mobile applications, anything that produces data, you need software to run your business. It sits in this layer. Business intelligence. Business intelligence is taking the data that you have in your organization, all data and all business applications, and combine it into one pool and start to analyze. You do data analysis. That's where you can produce dashboards. That's where you can identify improvements in your process, things that you really want to do to take data and crunch it, essentially. That's what the big guys do. They're able to do that only by having centralized systems and line of business applications running on infrastructure which is solid. Lastly, AI, the tip of the pyramid, that is coming. That is something that in small, mid-sized businesses is hard to even conceptualize, because you need to have all these other things in place first. These are what they call learning systems, automated decision making. They are systems that you teach how to make decisions, and then it makes decisions on your own or on its own. So that is where things will be coming, where with this condition and that condition in your business, create an order. If I see a customer that has this type of criteria looking for this type of an order, I'm automatically going to do this action inside of my business. You're teaching your systems to learn and make decisions on your behalf. That's where artificial intelligence is. So in conclusion, if you really want to take advantage of this next revolution in technology, build your IT with this pyramid in mind. Have a solid infrastructure that you can place your line of business applications so that they run solid, they centralize your data, and with centralized data you can mine that information in your business intelligence and produce dashboards and analysis, and after that's done, you can have automation that will take advantage of that and truly drive innovation through your business.